In today's video, I am going to be talking about the Curry 8 Flow basketball shoes. I just recently purchased them. This is not a sponsored video. However, today we're going to be giving him a test outside. Now, I have worn these shoes a few times outside, and I'm going to give you my full review right now. Okay, so the first thing that I would like to really say is when you're shooting the basketball, the shoes feel really good. So I'm not going to get into the technical aspects of the shoe, but I'm going to give you a user, guide review. So number one, if you are a one motion shooter like Steph Curry, you may want to get shoes like these, or even the Kyrie's, because he's also a one motion shooter in most cases. Now, why do I say this? Well, when you're a one motion shooter, you're getting a lot of your power from your calves, which means that your toes the balls of your feet are going to be really hitting the court the most. And you're going to be doing that on defense. Anyways, that's one of the most used parts of the feet. You're not going to be using the heel. It's not like a center who's going to be trying to post somebody up who needs to have cushion on the heel. Now, there is a lot of cushion on the heel. However, what I mean is when you're on your toes, the cushion on these feels really soft, and when I do obviously jump up into the air to take my shot, it really does feel like there's a little bit of a springiness to it, and I'm a heavy guy. Which then gets me to my second point, and my second point is if you are purchasing a basketball shoe, you should really be focusing on what type of player you really are. So for example, if you're more of a center, you may be looking at a bigger, bulkier shoe, maybe with some cushioning in the heel, and maybe with some bigger ankles. However, if you're playing something like a Chet Holmgren or a Kevin Durant, you may want to go with a Durant shoe or even a Curry shoe, because you're going to be cutting in between the lanes, you're going to be cutting between players, and that's going to allow you to have that lower ankle like this one does. And in this one, the Curry 8 Flows have a little bit more of that ankle cushion more than most other shoes. So another point that I really want to make is the fact that the shoes don't need to be broken in. So something that I really like is the fact that the whole top of the shoe is mesh. And it's obviously all stitched together. It's really high quality, but what I really want to say is my older blue Currys had that same design, and they felt so comfortable. And I was basically never had to break them in. You know, with leather, they're stiff. They're stiff at first. And you need to walk around your house for maybe 2 or 3 days before you get to use them in game. Or you need to get through a couple of practices before they get the creases where your feet really are, and then they're finally broken in and you can finally use them. Well, I never had that issue with the older Currys that were mesh or these. And I think the reason is because, of course, with that mesh, it's like a running shoe where it's just going to bend anywhere you really need them to bend. And I think that's another reason why I really like these. Now, what are these shoes like when it comes to the grip on the ground? So, of course, we've seen all the videos about indoors courts, but what about outdoors? How do they grip? Well, right now they grip pretty good, especially for somebody who's heavier like myself. They grip really nice. I can cut in between the players who I've been playing against 2 days ago, and I'm able to get to the rim really easily. Plus, the fact that they're really comfortable, so that if I did get a hit when I'm going towards the basket like I did the other day, and you get hit a little bit and you land on your heels, the heels are still quite comfortable and they're quite supportive when you land on them. So I've had 3 pairs of Currys now, and the third pair is like the first pair I had, the blue ones. And basically, it's interesting because there's every single shoe I've ever had since grade 8 and beyond, I've always had a pain in my heel when I'm wearing them. Every single pair, no matter which ones I've ever tried on. Even running shoes, same thing. And when I got that first pair of blue Currys, I never had that pain. When I got the second pair of Currys, they were leather and plastic, and I got that pain again. So I always reverted once in a while back to my original blue ones, even though they were worn out. And now I get these, and I don't have that pain in my heel. So if you have that same issue as me, maybe I'm just a weird person and I get weird pains everywhere, which I do. Maybe I'm just weird, but for me, the cloth style basketball shoe seems to work extremely well for me when it comes to foot pain. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's review. I know it's a little bit different from what you've seen on other channels, and I was trying to aim for that. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed, and hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.